This Roblox YouTuber went from 0 to 100,000 subscribers in just 30 days. She used to be a cosmetologist for 4 years, then quit to focus on her YouTube journey. And this is her story. Welcome to another episode of the Vlogsy podcast, where today we have...
Hi, I'm Pixie Ou. I'm a dress to impress YouTuber.
Alright, Pixie, for the viewers, can you give me a quick rundown of who you are and what you've done?
Yeah, hi. My name is Pixie Ou. I am a Roblox YouTuber who primarily focuses on dress to impress. I've been posting for about 2 years now in the DTI niche, and I have grown to over 400,000 subscribers on YouTube and about 100K on TikTok, which is pretty cool. I'm also partnered with Dress to Impress, so I'm one of their influencers that works with them, tests the game, and I even have my own code item, which is pretty cool.
That's impressive. Wait, you said you've been doing this for 2 years?
Mm-hmm. Just about 2 years, yeah.
That's actually great. One question
Thank
though.
you.
I heard you say primarily. Are there other games you play on Roblox?
Yeah, so I've definitely gone through phases. I like to keep up with trending games, especially the ones that interest me. So when Grow Garden was big, I was covering that. And I actually had sort of my own niche in there. I was doing mainly Grow Garden building tutorials, which all did really well. I was very impressed, but I didn't end up keeping up with that because the game started kind of going down. And then 99 Nights in the Forest kind of rose. And when that started up, I hopped on it pretty immediately and I did that for a little bit, but ultimately my number one love is Dress to Impress, so I always come back to her.
That makes sense. That's funny. All right. But you also did say that you were partnered with them. So how's that like? How has that worked out for you? Like, that's interesting to hear.
Yeah. So it happened really quickly. I had been making content for only 2 months at that point, and I got invited to be part of the celebrity program, which was really awesome. Eventually I did get my own code item. Summer of last year, I believe, is when my code item dropped, which is a really beautiful dress that I got to come up with the team, and that was the most cool thing ever. But being partnered is really interesting. We get an inside look at the devs, we get to work with them. I'm definitely one of the biggest people, I think, in the DTI community that a lot of the audience comes to for like bug fixes. Whenever I live stream my updates, my chat is always telling me, hey, there's a bug right now in the update, and I pass it along to the devs and they're able to fix it immediately, which is super cool. We also get, early access to the updates. We get to test them out. It's super cool. We get a really good inside look at the game, and it's really awesome being able to shape the game. I mean, there's so many like items and toggles for items that I've suggested that they've added, so it's pretty cool. I really enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad to hear. That's actually really cool. You're right. Anyways, moving on. I've actually never played this game before, and
okay,
that's cool that you're actually working with the devs. You probably know this game in and out. So if you don't mind me asking, can you teach me how to play the game?
Absolutely, I can.
All right. So I mean, we're sitting down right now, but I think we can just get up. I want to like figure out what to.
Yes, we can.
All right. So like, what exactly do I do now? Like, what's the game about?
So Dress to Impress is about dressing to impress, of course. Right now we're in one of they have 3 game modes. We're in one of them right now called Free Play, which is just, we have the access to the whole map. It's basically the creative mode of this game. So you can just walk around and dress up, create outfits, make whatever you want.
Wait, you don't pay for it?
Start you off here. No.
All this for free?
Yeah, all this for free. The only thing you have to pay for are something called game passes. So on the left of your screen, you're gonna see there's like this little icon. It's golden, circular, has a bunch of like bags, lipsticks on it. When you click on that, you can open up the in-game shop. There's a bunch of really cool stuff you can buy here. There's a natural in-game currency called Pink Cash, which you can use for the weekly boutique and some of the other items in the game that are just available for free just by walking around getting Pink Cash. And then you have your game passes. You have the VIP room, which is actually right in front of us. That is unlocked with money as well using Robux. You can get more custom makeup options. You have the option to increase your walk speed, increase money, more item limit, and then of course you have some Robux exclusive item sets, which are definitely some of my favorites. This right here is the VIP room, so you can only walk inside if you have access to VIP, the game pass. And you know what? Let me see. I do have some prop actually that the devs gave me. So I'll go ahead and give you VIP so you can actually
Oh,
explore this with me because it's really awesome in here.
this actually seems so
So
cool.
it's really awesome. So the VIP room actually just got revamped. This VIP room is brand new in this brand new update. It did not used to look like this. It was a little bit smaller. So back here we have our own VIP personal salon. You have our tanning booths where you can put on your skin tone, dressing rooms which have access to a bunch of seasonal items, which basically when you're playing during the updates, you get all the seasonal items whenever you want. And then if you're playing, you know, after the seasonal update comes out and you miss it, you can always unlock all the items next year for free just by playing. You don't have to do anything.
Oh wow,
There
is
are
that?
also like quest related items as well. DTI loves to have lore quests. So there's some pretty interesting lore to the game. Pretty interesting, and it might not be what you expect. So I'm not gonna actually tell you what that is because I think you're gonna have a pretty cool reaction to it.
All right, let's save that for later then. Let's see.
Yeah, and down here is actually a new part of the VIP lounge. I know earlier you asked me if there's like seating areas and common areas. So this is brand new. This is a VIP lounge just to hang out while you're in VIP. You want to feel all
Oh wow.
fancy, and
You
all
get.
of the seats have their own poses, which is really cool.
Oh, I
So I love
see.
this area. It's
That's
super fun.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
To think that this is my first time playing this game and like I did not know it
I
was this fun.
know.
But
Hey,
anyways,
I
like,
mean, you joined at a good time.
no, I think my next question for you is like,
Yeah.
what made you want to start YouTube?
So I personally have been doing YouTube since I was a kid. It's always been a dream of mine. I started off, this is really embarrassing. I try not to talk about this, but y'all get the insider info. I used to do Minecraft roleplays at the ripe age of like 11 through like 14. It was the whole thing. We did like a whole production. I had very cringy like high school romance storylines with like crazy drama, and it was such a fun time. And I've always been a super creative person. So when I found Dress to Impress, it was a game that I was instantly really obsessed with, and it just really sparked the urge for me to get back into creating after not doing it for a long time. And I did, and my channel blew up pretty quickly, and I was like, wow, this is really awesome. And I kept doing it, and here I am now.
Hey, that's actually nice. So you're telling me
Thank
that
you.
when you first started the Pixiiuwu channel, you like, so you're to like, if I'm to scroll down long enough, I would see like Minecraft roleplay.
You absolutely would not, because I'm not sorry about it. It's on a privated, separate channel. That is,
Oh,
all the videos are completely privated.
oh wow.
Because they're it's very embarrassing. I mean, if you can imagine a bunch of like 13-year-olds voice acting these like cringy high school roleplay dramas, that's what it was. So I don't think the internet needs that. So I privated it because I was like, I am not being discovered
Fair
for
enough.
this.
Fair
So
enough.
unfortunately, you would not find it. No.
Well, that's funny. Sure. I mean, my next question is kind of gonna be in the game. I
Yeah.
kind of just put up an outfit. I don't know, like,
Yes.
what theme would you think this is? I just kind of put anything on.
For your outfit right now?
Yeah.
There's actually a couple themes that I think this would fit for. It would definitely fit for like grunge. I'm thinking it would probably work for indie as well. That would be a cool one. What else? I mean, a lot of the grungy themes, people actually dress like this a lot. The fishnets and this jacket specifically is like overused for those themes, so I'm
Oh, wow.
instantly getting those vibes. You're
Interesting.
fitting right in.
Already. And this is just my first time.
Professional already.
All right. Well, shoot. That's good to know. That's good to know. What's the greatest piece of YouTube advice you've ever received, like during your journey to 400K?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I was of course very new to the Roblox scene, and I was very stressed initially about making content and always having to be on. When I started making content, I was posting about 3 times a week, and as I started to notice the, views go up, I actually swapped to posting daily, which I was doing for over a year. Every single day, actually 6 days a week, I was posting videos, and then 2 shorts a day as well. It was like an insane amount of work, and I found myself constantly burnt out. And I actually got the best piece of advice from my management, which was amazing. When I met them, they saw that I was so stressed out, and they told me that sometimes it's okay to let yourself take breaks, because I was definitely in the boat of feeling really nervous to be left behind. And I think that when your content is good and when your community stands behind you, it's okay to sometimes step back, take some time for yourself, because doing content is stressful and we all need breaks, even though you may not think you need a break. And in order to be performing at your absolute best, I think breaks are absolutely essential.
I agree with that. So, in terms of breaks, like that kind of leads into my next question. Like,
Yeah.
do you face burnout as a creator?
So I joke about this with my friends all the time because they tell me that they don't understand how I'm working on demon time constantly. And what I always say to them is that for me personally, I'm a workaholic. So I've gotten used to working while constantly burnt out, which is not the greatest thing ever. I recognize that it's not like the most healthy habit, but for me personally, I think when I do start to feel extremely burnt out to the point where I really just sit down and work, I think the best thing to do is just to really step away and do something you like. I have a lot of hobbies outside of, my work. Like I love collecting perfumes, I love reading, I love doing art. So I try to focus in on something else for a while and just take some time away to recalibrate my brain, because I think with burnout, it really is hard to produce anything. And I have worked through burnout a lot, and I always produce content that I'm not proud of, and that's not what I personally like to put out. So I think it's always better to literally shut everything off, take a break, go out, do something with your friends. Like, just make sure you're taking time for yourself, because otherwise you're going to end up like I was last year, where I was working through, I think it was like 7 to 8 months of being severely burnt out and still posting every day. And that is not where you want to be. So take some time for yourself, do something you like, get a hobby, touch grass.
Touch grass. You're speaking to the gaming community right now. I don't think that's really an option, but
Oh, trust me, I get it. I've grown up a gamer, so I've had to learn the hard way doing YouTube that sometimes, even though I want to hop on Deadlock or Minecraft, let's do something else. You gotta step away for a sec. 'Cause if you're just sitting here in your workspace, even if it's to do something that you like, because you're so surrounded by your workspace, you might feel very suffocated, even if you're doing something you like. So it's really important. Stand up, do something else. And trust me, you're gonna feel so much better.
That makes sense. Well, my next question, still on the whole thing about games, right? What originally pulled you into creating content on these games as opposed to just playing them? You could have just been a regular dress to impress creator. Let me say you first started off doing Minecraft roleplay. You could have just been doing that for fun. But what made you click record?
So I actually posted my first video at the ripe age of 9 years old.
Oh, 9.
And it was a Minecraft ore spawn video that I recorded on a cracked version of Bandicam. I'm sure some of y'all know the tea about that. And it was the most awful thing I've ever put out in my life. But I've always been somebody who loves to be the center of attention. I really love commanding a room, and I love to make people feel entertained. I think that's something that brings me so much joy. I've always been the jokester. I love making people laugh. I love it when I'm able to bring a smile to people's faces. And I think clicking record for me was one, I just thought it would be really cool, because I used to see all these YouTubers and I thought that would be super fun. But also, I just love the idea of, even though I was making not the greatest content, for even 1 or 2 people to see a video that I put out and maybe get a giggle out of it, I would feel very good about that. So that's definitely what drew me in.
Fair enough. And you said you used to watch YouTubers back then. So at that ripe age of 9, what YouTubers were you watching? List your top 5.
Cupquake. Oh, okay, I can do that easily. I has Cupquake for her Enchanted Oasis series. I'm sure a lot of people know about that. It was one of the most popular Minecraft series ever. So I was watching her, LD Shadow Lady. I loved watching Joey Graceffa. And then on the other side of things, I also used to really love watching real life YouTubers, Vine YouTubers. Liza Koshy was my one true love. I was obsessed with watching everything she put out. And there was this other YouTuber, I don't even know if she still does content, but she used to go by Superwoman II, and she used to do these really funny comedy skits that I thought were just the funniest thing ever. Think like Darman, but more Vine coded than like Darman's, you know, like trying to teach you a lesson. She was in
Yeah.
it for the laughs, for the giggles. And those are definitely my top 5, I think.
That's fair enough. Well, which of these creators would you say like you kind of inherited your, I don't know, I don't want to say your personality because personality is
Yeah.
unique. So like which of these creators did you like nurture that, I want to become like this one right here, or like I want to become like
Yeah.
these people?
Well, I think for me, I am somebody, I'm kind of like a sponge. I take in traits from so many different places. So I kind of took in things from different people. With I Has Cupquake, I loved watching her videos because she just had this way of making you feel like you're watching a play the game, you know, rather than you're watching a YouTuber. And she just brought you into this magical world where it's just you and her, and you're sitting there watching her play Minecraft and build all these really cute things. And it was just the most joyous experience ever. And I really wanted to do that for people and really make them feel like they're playing with me, and you know, they have a friend in me, you know, just sit down, eat some food with me, and just watch me at lunch or watch me while you're having a snack. That is what I aspire for. And then with more creators like Liza Koshy, for example, I definitely got a lot of my humor from her, to be honest. I have really stupid humor a lot of the times. It's very on the nose or very sharp. There's really not an in-between for me. And I definitely got a lot of that sass and quick wit from creators like Liza Koshy because I just watched her so much that I became a little sass ball growing up, you know? I was always just very sharp, and thankfully my audience enjoys that. So I was able to bring that into my content as well.
That's great. That's great. I feel like we've been standing here for quite a bit now. So what's my next? What do you think my next lesson is gonna be now? Because I mean, I just put this fit on. I kind of changed. I learned a couple of things while you were talking, and I seen like I can also put on accessories like this soccer ball.
Yes, you can.
Fun fact:
Now,
soccer is
I
my
always
favorite.
make this joke. Really? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you. But what was that joke you said you always made?
So I always make a joke, and unfortunately, you're falling victim to it today. In all of my videos, at least once or twice, I will say the biggest crime somebody can make is having their dogs out on the runway. And unfortunately, your dogs are touching the bare floor right now. So we need to get some shoes on.
Oh.
We need to fix that.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot.
So here's the lovely shoe section right here. You can take your pick of it.
Alright.
We don't
Are those
wanna be walking around
Crocs?
barefoot.
Oh no,
That's
those
a
are.
crime. No, I don't think we have Crocs in the game actually, but maybe I should suggest that.
I like these ones.
I might be sending them a DM after this.
That would be lit. That would actually be lit. All right. I just put.
The next thing that I see is that you don't actually have a face on. You're just giving pancake right now, so we don't want to do that.
All right.
So you want to walk over here into the makeup stations. Now, you don't have access to custom makeup, but on the right side, you're going to see a couple of tabs, and you're just going to want to click on the masculine tab, and then you can toggle it to the dark skin mode because you have a darker skin tone on your model. And then you have just a huge variety of makeup options that you can just pick, and you can just equip any of them to have some sort of a face on.
I see a majority of them. Let's see. What vibe am I trying to give
to you.
Yeah, exactly. What really speaks to me? Hold on. I have no clue. Shoot.
I don't
know, guys. I'll suggest this one. Y'all should let me know if I made a good choice. I have no clue. For those that have seen me, I mean, I don't know. Probably. Wait, how do I add? Can I possibly add facial hair to this or not?
You can if you had custom makeup, but there are actually mustaches that you can add if you would like. But the facial hair, I believe, is a custom makeup thing. Yeah, it is a custom makeup thing. So you do not have access to that.
That's fair enough.
Unless you get the Game Pass. So hey, couple Robux and you got it. But in here, if you step into the hair section, you click on masculine and you scroll down, there are some mustaches, and I do think they're probably working on facial hair in the future. So
oh yeah, I do see the mustache. Interesting. But these are like more I don't know.
These
like
are proper mustaches.
Yeah, exactly. They're not like
Yeah, they're giving like pomade in the mustache, like little curl at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just take that off for now. But you know, how's it looking? Is there anything else I'm missing?
I think honestly, for your first outfit, I think that looks really good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
I think you did a good
Let's see.
job.
Thank you. Well, I think one thing I do want to change. Let me see, because I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like the ball is not really giving for the outfit. So I'ma just
Okay.
then I'ma go on ahead.
I mean,
and
there's a
change
lot
the
of accessory
shirt.
options.
Yeah, from what I see, I'm gonna put this on. Then I think I have to take this
Okay.
off too.
You do.
Then what else am I? Where's that open jacket? I'm over here. I'm cooking up a storm. Oh yeah, it was right here. This one.
Oh, I see you. I see it.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that looks good.
Wait, can I fix this back? Like, why am I seeing a couple of white on the back? Like, is that normal?
So that is something called a clipping that happens when you layer certain items. So that is actually part of the skill of Dress to Impress, because if you notice, my top is actually 4 different tops put together. So you have to know how to put the right items together that won't do the clipping. But I will also say this is another joke we have in the DTI community. What happens in the back is none of our business, because you can't see the back on the runway. When you're walking down, you don't really do a twirl. So if it looks chopped in the back, it's fine. Nobody's gonna see it when they're voting for you.
No, I guess I just have OCD, and it's like if I was to play the
Oh,
game
I
a
do
little
too.
bit more,
Don't
yeah, it's
worry.
like I don't want people to just me when I'm like, oh shoot, like what if I see this on? Even though it's not gonna show on the runway, I feel like I just
Oh,
be like,
yeah.
dang, like it looks
You're
a
gonna be
bit
walking
tacky.
around with it.
Yeah, it looks a bit tacky, but it's cool.
Oh,
Let's
I
fix
feel
that.
you.
How do I fix that? I'm gonna try to fix that. Hold on, let
Yeah,
me see.
so you'd have to probably do a different shirt. First of all, you want to do a tighter shirt. So general rule
Perfect.
of layering in the game is that like tighter clothes and then like more outerwear clothes won't really clip together. So if you do something that's closer and not as baggy, it probably won't.
Like this right here, because I'm looking at it right now, and it's
You did
not
it. Let's
clicking.
go.
Fix my first
Professional.
problem already. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm gonna mess around with the game a little bit more, but still have a couple more questions. Moving forward,
Absolutely, I'm
right?
ready.
Has your definition of a successful video changed over time as a YouTuber?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I used to think that a successful video had to blow up immediately. And I think that that's what a lot of people think, you know, especially smaller creators when they're first posting videos, they'll see something not do as well. And this is bad. I'm not going to stick with it. And I think that is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I made, because I was very notorious for like going back and changing things or even privating videos. And then I had this one experience where my early videos didn't do as well as a few of my later videos that were doing amazing. And I noticed that as I sat with them more and more, actually some of those older videos are now my most viewed videos of all time. They just had these random spikes, just got pushed out the right way. And that completely blew my mind. I didn't even know that was a thing that happened. I thought first 24 hours and then your video's dead. It's not really going anywhere. And wow, that was such a 180 moment for me. And I immediately went in, unprivated every single one of my videos. And I think that's so important to just leave things, because I know a lot of people will see a video that doesn't do well and want to delete it, unprivate it, whatever it may be. I think let it marinate, let it sit, because if you're really confident in the idea, it's going to perform well, whether it performs well now, 2 weeks down the line, 2 months down the line, but it's gonna get there eventually. As long as your video idea is solid, your thumbnail is good, your hook is good, and you enjoyed making it, leave it alone. It'll do well, I promise.
That's funny how you just answered both. Like, you answered one of my future questions. I was gonna ask you.
Really?
Yeah, because I was gonna ask for your opinion on, like, do you think the first 24 hours matter the most, or like the first week? But you definitely said neither, and you should kind of just let your video grow, which I agree. Small creators should leave that there. Like, that's a good point. But another thing, because you did say like you have to let the video, the thumbnail, the title, let all of that do their bidding.
Yeah.
But my question for you is, amongst all those, right, what do you think is more important, packaging or the video?
I think as far as views go, I think the packaging is more important, because when it shows up on your trending page, I mean, they're not actually watching it, right? They're seeing the title, the thumbnail, and it needs to be something that catches the viewer's eye. But I think as far as making viewers stay, I think more than the package important. I find that if your content isn't good, even though the thumbnail may be the best thumbnail on the planet and you got so many views, people aren't really going to sit there and watch the video if it's not entertaining or not something that they like. And even more than that, people are not going to want to subscribe and want to watch more of your video. So I think they both have a place. But as far as initial success and an initial burst, I think the packaging is more important. But if you want to build those long-term connections, long-term viewership, I think the content of the video is more important.
You know, I like that response. But let me kind of change the perspective on something.
Yeah.
That is like, you have it right. Like, what you said was right, right? You said that for like just getting the views, the packaging is best, which I agree with you, right? Then also the video is also good for like maintaining the views.
Yeah.
But you do real like, just kind of like general knowledge, but the packaging is kind of like 70% of a video success.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do think it's very, very important. And when I first started, I guess my start was definitely a little bit different too, because now I think as I've grown, I've begun to appreciate like the intricacies of packaging a video a lot better. But when I started, my thumbnails were definitely what blew me up, but a lot of my videos did so well because they just enjoyed listening to me talk through my crackly microphone. So I think it also feels different from creator to creator, because I know so many creators that don't necessarily have what I would consider to be super, I guess, engaging for their videos. It's very monotonous or not as exciting, right? They don't really have a lot of hooks in their videos or anything like that, but people just watch them to chill. So I think it also depends on what sort of creator you want to be, right? Because you can find a lot of success just being that chill, hang out with me creator, but you can also find a lot of success being that super engaging, really exciting, new, fresh creator. So the beauty of YouTube and content creation, for thing that I love so much about it, is that it really is choose your own battle sort of a thing. And I think there are just so many paths to success, and I think that's so cool to me. It's one of the most fascinating things about it, because I've seen creators grow doing completely different things in the same niches and have no audience overlap whatsoever, but have same amount of views, and I'm like, whoa. You know, so you really can do a lot. I guess it just depends on what your goals are as a creator. I think is super important, because that's going to determine what you focus on more, right? Whether it's more important for you to have really engaging packaging for your videos, or if you just want to be that creator that just like hits record, barely edits their videos, and just posts it. So I guess it's just like different paths to success.
Agreed. And you just mentioned that different creators do have their own goals, but
yeah,
if I recall, you haven't told us your goal. So that's my next question.
Yeah.
What is your goal, Pixie? Like, what's your goal being a content creator? I want to know that. And like, fuck, I'm mixing this up, but
yeah,
I want to
No
know
worries.
that end goal that you've envisioned for yourself. Like, when will you know, like, okay, guys, like, I'm here, I've made it. Of course, I don't know if you want to keep on going after you reach that goal, but that's kind of what I want to know.
Yeah. So funny thing is, my goals have changed a lot. When I first started, I was like, I just want to post fun videos. And then as I started to grow, I started to hit like number goals for myself, and it was really funny because I started posting in September of mid-September of 2024 was like my first short ever that I put, and I was like, okay, I want to hit like 1,000 by the end of the year, and then I hit 1,000 about like a week later, and I was like, okay, now I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I ended up ending the year on 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
And that really put my goals were just really out of whack at that point, because I didn't really know what I even wanted, because I was so confused. Honestly, it just went so fast. And I think now, as I've marinated with it a little bit, I think my end goal is just, I want to have a really good community. That's so important to me. I love engaging with my viewers. I love speaking to my viewers. I've met a couple of my viewers just out and about as well, which has been really awesome. And after those interactions, I just want to be able to curate the coolest community ever. That's like my end goal, to just have like the dream team. You know, my viewers are just like the best people on the planet, and I want people to make friends because of me. I want people to come up to me and say hi and just have a good time. And instead of having like more of a number goal, which I used to have, I think now it's more just a feeling. I think I'll know that I've, you know, quote unquote, arrived and I've made it when I can really just look at my community and feel like I've really created something super special. And I'm already starting to feel that. So it's pretty awesome.
That's good. That's good. That's actually amazing. We're not taking enough time to appreciate that you started posting 2020. You said 2024 is September?
Yeah, September 2024.
And you said that at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you made 100,000 subscribers. We're not taking enough time to
December 31st.
appreciate. Yeah, we're not taking enough time to appreciate that you high key went from zero. I don't want to. I don't know if it was zero, but I'm just gonna assume zero to.
Yeah, it was zero. It was fresh. This channel was like fresh. Yeah.
You grew 100,000 subscribers in the span of 3 to 4 months. That's impressive. That's actually impressive.
Thank you so much.
You know, round of applause.
It was really crazy. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
But yeah, moving forward, right? Your viewers, and not only your viewers, but like your fans. And do you guys have a cult name? Like, you know how, for example, I know Nate the Great, for example, he's a Roblox YouTuber that does variety. His like the name of his fans are like the NDG fam. What would you say your fans are? Like, do you already have a name for them?
Yeah, we have a cult name. So it was really funny because it happened completely on accident, and I'd always been really terrified of the idea of having to like come up with a fan name. That was one of the most scary things to me. I was like, what if I come up with something really stupid and it's just like the most embarrassing thing ever? But when I was posting videos, I was naturally just introducing myself when I started the videos, and I would say, hi models, because we're all, you know, models on a runway and dressed to impress, and that stuck. So they're my models now.
That's actually cool. And that's unique.
Yeah,
I want to say that's unique because I've not heard anybody else just
I don't think so. I think I coined that.
You cashed in.
I got it. It's mine.
You cashed in a great name. That's amazing. All right, well, the next question, back to like YouTube and all that, right? What metric do you think small creators obsess over too much? And do you think they're right? Like, answer this question based off your, like, you, when you started off as a small creator at first. What metric did you obsess over the most? And I can kind of predict I want to predict what you're going to say, and I'm probably right. When you first started, you were like, okay, guys, I need to get views.
Yes. Oh, for sure. That was definitely it. It was views first and foremost. I was like, and that was funny enough, actually, the reason that I kept posting, because I told myself I'd post for a week, and if it went really horribly, I'd stop.
Oh, shit.
So I posted one short, and by the end of the day, it had reached about like 25,000 views.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, this is my first short ever. That's crazy.
What was the short about?
Like by the end of the day, it was, so I used to post DTI edits. So it would just be like, I'd use like a Brazilian funk audio or like a, you know, like an EDM audio, and just like do a cool edit. And it would be like the theme on the screen. So it would say like Galaxy, for example, and it would be like a Galaxy outfit. And it would just like swap between a couple of those. And that's what I was posting. Those were my first few videos. And yeah, I was just obsessed with the views. And funny enough too, my first video did about 25K in the day. And then the second one did about like 10K. And I was like, okay, that's pretty good, but it's not as good as my last one. And I, in my brain, had thought, that video was so much better. Why didn't it do better? And I genuinely considered just being like, you know what? I think that's it. I'm done. And then my friends said, no, you just keep going. You said you'd do it for a week. And then my next video didn't do that well. It only got a couple thousand views. Next one didn't do that great, and I nearly stopped. And then the one right after that hit 200K views, and I was like, okay, well,
you're like, you know what, guys?
Now I can't stop.
Yeah, I can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. So it was just views. I was obsessed with them. I wasn't looking at anything else. I wasn't looking at subscribers, nothing. None of my other metrics mattered to me. It was just, I kept refreshing my YouTube studio every 5-10 minutes. And I was just obsessing over every 20 views that I got was just like dopamine for me. And I think that it's not necessarily a bad or wrong thing to obsess over if it's something that will motivate you. But I think that if you're somebody who might feel demotivated because of the amount of views you're getting, it's definitely not so. For me, the more views I got, the more confident I felt in my ability to make content. So it was good for me. But I also do know that there's a lot of creators that do, you know, content for years, and because their views are not what they want, they end up just feeling really demotivated and posting less and less and less until they just stop, or they give up, or they move on because they feel like, well, we're not reaching the audience, so we might as well give up. And I think that's a huge pitfall for a lot of creators. If you're somebody who looks at views and immediately feels negative things, I think just don't look at the views. Post content that you really like, try to perfect your content, and let the views grow naturally, because they will grow up over time. And it's not something that you need to obsess over. I don't think that it's important to blow up immediately and quickly. I think it's more important that you're enjoying producing content, because even if you get a lot of views, you're posting a lot and you're doing amazing, and you're not enjoying what you're doing, I mean, you're not going to keep up with it, right? And then what is all that work for? You just waste it.
I agree. That's why I think in every podcast, actually, we love to motivate everybody, both like new creators out there, anybody that's kind of like creators and non-creators, just like keep going, like keep doing what you're doing. Like if you kind of set a goal for yourself, just because it's not going the way you want it doesn't mean that it's not going to eventually, you know, take a step for yourself. Like, okay, I'll give a great example. Actually, this is more Bloxy related, right? There was when we first started this company, it was slow, and when I say slow, I mean like slow, like really slow. But guess what? We just took our time, and now, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, and the creators can also speak for us as well. Like it's okay. Like we're happy with the way that things are going. Also, kind of like to kind of stray off topic, but did I cook here?
Let me see. Ooh, let's see what you... Honestly, yeah. No, you cooked. Wait, okay, wait, the colors are all matching. The wings. Oh, I dig it. I like it. You did a good job.
You know,
you've been cooking since we were talking. I love it.
Yeah, I've just been exploring, and I think that... Wait, hold on. There's one more thing. Let me just put this... And I think I gotta take this off too. I gotta take this off. All right, yeah. Now you know, I think we're there with the whole fit. Because look at...
I think so. Yeah, the shoes definitely pulled it together, and actually, those are my favorite like sneakers that they have in them. So good choice.
You know, I got that Pixie approval, guys.
You do, absolutely.
Anyways, let me see. While I was also walking, I did figure this place out. I do need explanation on this. Where is this?
Yeah.
It's like an outside world, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so Dress to Impress has, with their past few updates, they've been doing something called like destination updates. So previously, wait, what was, why am I completely forgetting where we were for the last update? But this is Paris. So this is Paris currently.
Oh, I can see the Eiffel Tower and everything. So the past few updates,
so the past few updates have been Paris theme. I think before that it was also a cityscape. I think it might have been, I think the last one might have been New York. I'm not sure. It was like buildings. Wow. It was a total cityscape. I think like it was New York. It wasn't Times Square necessarily. It was more so like the streets around, you know, it was just like little streets and huge buildings, skyscrapers, which I thought was really cool. And now we're in Paris, and I wonder where we're gonna go next.
Wait, do you see this on my avatar?
Yeah.
Like this little...
What is on your avatar?
I don't know, but like I see
the
like
glow?
this... Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually... So the wings you're actually wearing right now are super special. Those are memorial wings. They are for a young girl named Charlie who unfortunately died of cancer, and DTI did a lot of fundraising for her. I did a lot of us creators did a lot of fundraising for her family, and she used to love playing Dress to Impress, so DTI added these wings as a permanent addition to the game as like a for her, basically. So those are very special.
That is so sweet. Rest in peace, Charlie.
Yeah, so those are really, really special to the community, and they have a bunch of like really pretty effects on them.
Yeah, this is really nice. I like what they did here, because I also see like the little angel thingy. And
the halo.
Yeah,
but since we are here, I did mention to you that DTI has lore, and you haven't really seen anything about it, I'm assuming?
Not yet, no.
So let me show you something, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to see it for yourself.
Oh yeah, so it's about that time of the video. You said you were going to save it for later. All right, let's see.
Yep. and this might shock you. So there are a bunch of recurring characters. There is a running storyline for Dress to Impress. Our nail lady is called Lana, and she's been through a lot. We've gone through a lot of quests with her. She's been through a lot of traumatizing things, and I'm about to traumatize you, potentially.
Oh, wow.
So let's go in here, because we're going to visit Lana's apartment.
Apartment gameplay? Oh,
Yeah. And this over here is Serena. She's also one of our recurring characters who we love very much.
Oh, can we talk to Serena?
We cannot, no, because this area is completely, primarily for decoration, but during the quests, she does speak to us. She was actually part of the Christmas, which was awesome.
Interesting.
But if you click on this right here, it should take you up. So you're gonna have to wait till I go up, but then you're gonna be able to follow me.
All right, I think. Oh yeah, I'm
Awesome.
heading there right now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're here. Awesome. I'm gonna let you out and.
Nope. Okay. Interesting. How
There you go.
I like how they incorporated a being elevator to the game. That's interesting.
Yeah. So DTI loves having a bunch of cool locations. They even incorporated something called the recording studios, which are just different sets, different themes, because people, obviously this is a fashion game, so people love to take really cool pictures of their outfits in different areas. So there's a lot of cool props, a lot of cool sets that you can use to take pictures of your outfits in the game.
Like how I'm cooking.
Oh, you're literally cooking now.
I was about to say, yeah. Yo.
You with your outfit? I see you.
All right, let's see.
But if you walk over here, I'm gonna have you do this. So you're gonna walk over here, and you see this doll in here. You're gonna want to click on this little doll, and it should pick.
Lana's
there you
doll.
go. Yes. Now you're gonna follow me in here.
It's like I'm taking a selfie with the.
You are.
All right, let me see. Follow you in here.
Although I don't know if you're gonna want to take many selfies after this.
Oh shit.
You're gonna want to come over here. Okay. First thing you're gonna do, you see this light switch over here? Turn it off. Turn the lights off.
Oh wait. Why do I feel like this is gonna be? Wait, where's the light switch?
Right here. It's to the left of the.
Oh, this one right here.
No, right here.
Oh,
You should see it.
okay. I see.
You see it?
I see.
Turn it off. Awesome. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna place the doll. Close. Lights are off, and place the doll. Should let you.
I see.
Turn on these candles. I got you. And then place the doll there.
I just did. Okay, guys. I don't.
For you.
What the flip is happening? Wait,
I'm
what
gonna
just?
do it too, so I can see it on my screen.
Wait, what just happened?
The world went crazy.
Wait, what's going on?
So, you are currently in, I don't know what the name for it is. It's technically called I think it's called the Nightmare Escape or the Shadow Realm, but it has to do with a demon god situation who Lana has been dealing with for a while. So you're currently in his world.
Huh?
There's lore with all the quests.
Yo.
And this is just a fun little thing that they added into the game, and the entire apartment is.
Oh
So
shoot.
it should be like Stranger Things upside down.
Yeah,
vibes, you know?
that's what it's giving. What the flip?
Yeah.
Wait, so how do we stop this? This is looking creeping me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you're gonna have to leave the apartment.
All right. Well, I can barely see.
Yeah.
So can you take me to the exit?
Of course I can. You're just gonna follow me right out here,
All right.
and then just out the door, out the elevator. But yeah, that's one of the many lore situations. This was just a fun little one that they added for the game, but every quest actually has building lore. So there's a lot of it. It's very in depth.
Yo, they gotta tell me what the flip Lana has going on, guys, because I don't know.
Lana has a lot of issues. Let me tell you. She's been through it. She's oh god, poor girl.
All right, I left the apartment, but it's still red.
Okay, awesome.
Is that
You should just be able to walk out, and outside it should.
Oh.
Is this a red outside?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Okay, guys.
Well, you're gonna be stuck in the Nightmare Escape.
Oh wow.
Or you could just rejoin the server. That'll work too.
You know what? Nah. I'm gonna thug it out. This is
living her life. You're living her life right now. This is how Lana's.
I still have.
When she was kidnapped for the 4th time.
Kidnap?
Yeah, she's been kidnapped pretty much every single update.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She was put in a cage
just
at one point, and we had to do a boss fight
light.
for her.
Boss fight in Dress to
Awesome.
Impress?
There was a boss fight.
What am I
for the
missing?
Halloween update.
What am I
And
missing?
the Christmas update, actually.
Huh?
Yeah.
What bosses were you all fighting?
Know. We were fighting Lena, who is an evil twin of Lana, sort of, and she's possessed by a demon, and she worships the god that is trying to use Lana for a secret ritual. It's crazy. You're just gonna have to play the game to find out.
Oh wow. Wait, the name Lana, does it come from Lana's life?
It does. So initially the nail lady didn't have a name, and Lana was one of the people who blew up Dress to Impress it because she was one of the premier creators. They actually named Lana the nail lady after Lana Ray.
Oh, that's interesting. So wow, that is a decent
Yeah.
piece of lore. I'm spooked, but it's okay. I was gonna say, like, if that did not go out, I was about to be like, hey, like, I still have the halo. I think I'm Loki the angel in this, but it's
There you
alright.
go. Exactly. The halo protected you from the demonic energy of that place.
Yeah, I agree. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all right, shoot. I think we can carry on now, because that was, yeah. Let me get my mind off this real quick.
Awesome. Yeah.
Do you see yourself as an like first as an entertainer, a builder, or like something in between? And I
Yeah,
think you've
I
answered this question already.
definitely, yeah, definitely entertainer first, for sure. I just love to make people laugh. So I think that I really love getting on camera and trying to be as goofy as possible, which isn't hard because I just get to be me. But I just love entertaining for sure. I think that's the most important thing for me. I do love fashion though, don't get me wrong. Like fashion is so important to me. I love beauty, I love fashion, but I think with my content, definitely, I just love to provide a place for enjoy themselves. I pride myself on being like a lunch creator for sure.
Like catering towards
Hmm.
iPad kids like me, for example.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh definitely.
Fair enough, fair enough. My next question, shoot. I feel like the viewers would want to know.
Yeah.
Once it comes to like YouTube, right? Can you kind of give us a rough estimate on like how much you've made over time, or like
Yeah.
how it's worked out for you? Because I mean, YouTube
Yeah. I
kind of
mean,
has to
it's
be a full-time job for you at this point. Like, come on, like let's.
oh yeah. Oh definitely. No, it is absolutely my full-time job. Definitely six figures at this point. Really, really proud of. Worked hard for it, so I'm really glad that
Well
it's
deserved,
paid off as
I
much as
will
it did.
say.
Hmm.
Especially knowing the fact that this only like I'm still shocked. 0 to 100K in 3 months. Like, yeah, that's well
Yeah,
deserved.
that was
That's well
crazy.
deserved.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was. I'm still processing it for sure, even like 2 years later.
So like, can you give me like, or not only me, but like the viewers, of course, like, can you
Yeah.
give us a quick rundown of like an income pie chart? And when I say that, I mean like
Mm-hmm.
how many percent of this of your income comes from YouTube, and how many percent of it comes
Yeah.
from X or Y, or like, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say probably like 65 to 70% does come from YouTube. I'm obviously on other platforms as well. I'm on everything. Partnered on Twitch, I'm on TikTok, but those don't pay nearly as much as YouTube. That's my main focus. Aside from that, though, the other like 30% definitely comes from like sponsorships. I work with a lot of brands. I've had really cool opportunities. I've been able to work with some of my favorite brands ever. I got to work with Mattel for Monster High, which was really awesome. I have a fat PR package. I've kind of refused to throw the box away because it's just like a very special thing to me at this point.
Box keeper? Me
Oh,
too.
for sure.
Me too.
I'm a hoarder, especially when it's like a really cool PR package or like a very, I'd say like a monumental
Like a
thing,
care
something that
package
I'm
kind
like,
of
wow,
thing.
this is insane. Exactly. And I was like, I'm not throwing that away because 10-year-old me would freak out if they knew that I was sponsored by literally Monster High. Are you kidding? That's so cool.
That's a question. That's actually my next question, Loki.
Yeah.
What do you think your childhood self would have to say about all of this?
I think my childhood self would probably not believe it, to be honest. I actually think about this a lot, and I've talked about this a lot with friends and other creators as well. I think I'd be really proud because it's always a dream that I've had that I honestly genuinely never thought would like amount to anything. I mean, growing up, this is like really cringy, but I know people do this, is like I used to, when I'm like doing my skincare in the mirror, I'd pretend like I'm in one of those Vogue videos where I'm just like talking. And I've always commentated myself as well while I'm playing games, regardless of whether someone's there or not. I was just always commentating myself. So I guess in a weird way, this may be a little like fluffy or cringy, whatever, but I feel like it was just one of those things that was meant to be, even though I didn't believe that it would happen, and took a lot of hard work, but we got here. And I think little old me would be really, really proud, and also really freaked out at the fact that like people come up to me and ask me to sign things, because that I'm a very socially awkward person I was growing up, and to see how extroverted YouTube has made me and how comfortable and confident not only in my body and my appearance and my personality, but also just in me as a person. Like, I think now I'm of the thinking that I really can achieve anything. And I think as somebody who grew up very insecure and not really sure what to do with themselves, I think I'd be really proud.
Fair enough. That's actually interesting. Well, good job.
Thank you.
I feel like if I was your childhood self, I would be like, you're like, wait, stop, you're lying.
No, literally, that would be me. I'd be like, shut up. Like, don't like tease me. What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, but I feel like that's every creator.
Yeah,
once you see a massive amount of success, you just be like, wow, like I would have dreamed to do all this, but like, look at me now. Like, hey,
oh yes.
We just took our foot to the ground and said, F it, we're gonna build this, and we built it.
Exactly. And I mean, what gamer doesn't want to just sit there and play games all day? Do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. That's like as a child, that's
it's literally what you want to do. You're like, I wish I could just sit here and play games all day. And now I do it all day. And I'm like, wow, this is my job. That's crazy.
Anyways, moving forward, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite YouTube analytic now and why?
Ooh, that's actually a really good question. I think my favorite YouTube analytic now, this is kind of a niche one though. I don't think everybody looks at this, but I love looking at it, is to see like how many people are like recurring viewers on your videos. So you know, it has like little breakdown where it says like, this is the amount of like hardcore, or not, I don't know what the terminology they use for it, but like constant viewers, and then like casual viewers, and then like, you know what I mean? It's like a little line that tells you the percentages. That's my favorite. I love seeing the amount of like recurring viewers go up slowly, because it just makes me feel good.
It helps you kind of count towards your goal that you told us about earlier. So yeah, that's fair enough. But shoot, I feel like the most niche thing for people probably would be like CTR or like, but that's like,
yes,
I've never heard about that one on the podcast. So yeah, that's unique.
It just makes me feel good. I mean, I look at all my analytics. I'm always on YouTube Studio, to the point where I have it like shortcutted on like my iPhone, like at the bottom category. It's like, it's that, and then like text messages. Those are the only two that are there.
Which makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a creator. It's my job. So I definitely obsess over my analytics a lot. But that's the only one that I think really feels something, because I think the others you kind of go numb to over time, only because doing YouTube, you kind of see the numbers go up and down so much that you kind of come to understand that all those numbers are usually pretty temporary. It can flip, you know, with the snap of a finger or a single video. But I think that recurring viewer analytic is so important to me, because that one just, it feels good to know that there's people that are constantly here for me. And I think it makes me feel like I'm doing something good, and I'm actually like, I'm doing the right thing and going towards my goal of like aspiring to be one of my childhood YouTubers, right? Because that's what's most important to me, is I want to be the iHas Cupquake for whoever my viewers are. So that analytic is just top tier for me.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
What next? I think what I would like us to do next is, I would want you to pick a theme. And like, we're gonna kind of do a little try one. Like, I want to really get into the game now. So let's see. I'm gonna just go on ahead and, because I think I also got myself familiar with like all this, what you call it. I got myself familiar with a couple of things. So I'm gonna take all of this off. And
and you know what? I will join you.
All right.
Oh, this is scary.
You know, you got your toes on the you got the dogs on the ground too this time. So
I know. Oh my god. But you see, at least I'm on tiptoes. You're like flat on the floor, so I think yours is worse.
Oh wow. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, so now like, take me through a game of Dress to Impress. How would this work? Like, just right here.
Yeah. So we're gonna play it realistically. In fact, I'm taking my phone out and I'm gonna prepare a timer, because in the real game, you're only gonna have 6 minutes to dress up. So that's all you're gonna get here too.
Oh shoot. Okay, so we're getting.
I'm timing us. We're really getting the experience today, because hey, you said you're familiar with the map, right? So
yeah, I did get pretty familiar.
What theme should I give you? Let's do. Let's make the theme sports. How about that? Because you said you like sports.
Fair enough.
So
yeah,
let's
fair
make
enough.
Sports.
Yeah.
So the theme is sports, and you just load into the game. So I'm just gonna count down 3, 2, 1 and start the timer, and then all you have to do is run around as frantically as possible, try not to panic, and make the best outfit you possibly can.
Wait, how do I even run?
So you don't actually have a run. That is a game pass. So that is one of the game passes. Now, I do think that if you click on it, you can technically watch an ad to unlock it for a limited amount of time. But if you're not using it, I will also be on 50% walk speed, which is the standard def that people walk at.
Making it fair.
So
Yeah, you're making it fair.
We'll just go default. Exactly. I'm at 50% too. So do you think you're ready? Do you think you're prepared? Do you think you're locked in?
I'm prepared, but one question.
Okay.
Where do I find the pants? Where do I find the pants?
Okay. So the pants are actually all the way over here. And it's this top row right here are all equipable by male bodies.
All right. I see.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you can apply different like patterns to them if you wanted them to look like jeans.
All right, bet for sure. Got that. All right, perfect. So,
all right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Okay, we're gonna count down. When I say 1, that means the timer started. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Right,
let's do this.
Let's go. All right, guys. So my favorite sport is low-key soccer. So I think I'm gonna go with this. So let me see if I can mess around with this real quick.
I'm excited to see what you come up with. Do you have an idea in mind of what sort of outfit you're gonna create already, or you just have like the sport in, you know?
I just have the sport in mind. I haven't even thought about what kind of outfit.
That's fair.
But I feel like
That's
if I was
totally
to think about it though, I'd probably do like something along the lines of something along the lines of like bluish. I'm going for like a blue.
I like blue. Yeah. I love that. That's a good one. It's a good choice.
Yeah, but only because like my favorite team's colors are blue, so like it does make a lot of sense. Speaking of sports, are you even into sports?
So I didn't grow up like playing or watching sports that much, but the one sport that I did actually play is tennis. I grew up playing tennis. I had a tennis coach and everything, and then I played on the tennis team for my high school. So I guess that's like the only one that I've really properly gotten into would be tennis. But aside from that, I guess like if we're talking, I guess swimming technically counts as a sport, so swimming as well. I love
swimming
to swim. That's like one of my favorite things. So I think it would be those two.
And that's fair enough. That's good. That's cool.
I definitely like wasn't especially even growing up, like my number were really super into sports, but they wanted me to be active, so that's why they were like, okay, well, if you want to do something, you know, we do need you to be active a little bit, so we're gonna do tennis.
The fit is low-key.
By the way, you have 4 minutes left. It's already been 2 minutes.
I do not know what I'm doing right now.
Oh no. No, I have faith. I have full faith in you. You got this.
Oh my gosh, I'm cooking myself.
Oh no. Oh no. That doesn't sound good over there.
Let me focus on my face because, of course, like, yeah, let me go do that. Let me do all of that.
That's true. That's actually pretty important. You don't want to have like a chopped face. See you walking over there.
Are these the only tops they have?
There are more, but some of them are currency and a lot of them are actually seasonal. There's more tops also in VIP that you have access to as well.
I'm gonna go check that out real quick too.
Which you can use. Yeah, VIP has like a whole other...
How much more do we have?
You have 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I believe in you. I think you're gonna cook. I have full faith.
I might just do a whoopty and just change up the whole entire.
Oh no!
Because like I just got a whole entire. I think it's still gonna be sport related, like people like who get the reference type of thing.
Okay.
I am so gonna laugh at what I'm doing.
Oh no!
I just hope that the comments don't fry me. Holy, this is.
Oh no!
I think I'm good enough. I think it's good enough.
You think you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So join me over here. So I'll give you the full experience, even though technically we're not playing. But
all right.
Traditionally, in the rounds, you'd have to make a runway walk through here. So one person at a time just goes down. So this is where you would end up.
Let me watch you do your runway. All right. Let me see.
Yeah. And actually, when you're on the judging cards, what's cool is that you can click on judging cards and you can actually hold up signs to vote.
Oh.
Which is pretty fun.
Interesting.
So I'm going to go first.
I
have this practice too. Thank you. So I did a cheerleader, of course. Very classic, very girly, very cute. What do we think?
Did you see it?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me do a spin.
Oh, wow. You know, yeah, 10 out of 10. You know,
Thank you.
But like, I feel like that's non-negotiable that you're a vet. So it's like, yeah.
That's true. That's fair.
All right. I guess now it's my
your turn.
All right,
you gotta do it. Yeah. I'm gonna be on the judging cards now.
All right, let's see, guys. Shoot. Y'all let me know in the comments down below. Is this good enough? I don't know. Okay. So I did more of like kind of like a Brazilian theme, because like in
I see
Brazil,
the
like this is
vision
what
with the
we.
green.
Yeah. Let me see if I got any poses. Oh no.
You got a couple. You know what? For your first ever runway, I'm gonna give you 10. I'm gonna give you a solid 10. This is on theme. You did good.
Oh wait,
You
this is
changed
good
the
enough.
colors,
This
which
is good right
actually
here.
more. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, period. I'm giving that a 10. Solid 10.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Of course.
But yeah, this is the little Brazilian theme to kind of walk you guys through it. You got, of course, you got the kicks. If there were Crocs or slides, that would have been amazing.
I know, that'd be perfect.
If Just to Impress is listening, but hey.
Hey.
Anyways, yeah, then the little shorts, because I mean, in Brazil it's hot over there, so of course the shorts.
Yup.
They always wear tank tops, always.
Yup.
Then of course the little, you feel me, the jacket. Then of course the soccer ball.
Yup.
So yeah, cool little.
I love it.
Calm fit. So now, just off of this, do you think I'm good enough to hit the actual runway?
Honestly, I think so. I think you would be, especially in the like regular servers. I do honestly think you might actually even get podium, which means you get first, second, or third place.
Oh shoot. Then let me see, cause do I have any more questions for you? Cause I want this to be the last segment. So yeah, it has to be the last thing we do. So moving back to the podcast, of course.
Yes.
What's your ideal audience retention graph look like?
Ooh, that's
So
a good
like
one.
not the one that you normally get, more or less
Yeah.
like what your expectations.
Right. Yeah. I mean, ideally, like if it was a perfect world as far as like my goals go, I also, I mean, this is also it might not be realistic at all because I don't know how to work, right? So this is just me dreaming, but honestly, having even like 60% of my subscriber base be like recurring viewers, I think would be so cool. Like, I feel like that would be so awesome.
I mean, that's actually possible.
Is it really? Okay, because I fully thought that's like a huge long shot because I know retention graphs are pretty fickle when it comes to YouTube. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I think
because
60% a lot.
retention is kind of just
hey.
like what you call it, is really more or less about how like people that are watching your video, how long are they watching your video for?
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, like a 60% graph is attainable, but like you would have to, I don't know.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you would have to like
Yeah.
make your, I don't know how engaging you have to be, but I'm gonna just put it like this, for example. Your video has to be like this. And all right, guys, first we're gonna do this, and while we're doing this, we're gonna then do this. But before we do that, we're gonna,
definitely.
it has to be more or less like you, it's attainable, but like you have to be unnatural. I don't think it's naturally
I don't think it's
attainable.
natural either. No, I definitely don't think so.
Like in that situation, you would have to optimize. When I say optimize, I mean like
Everything.
greatly optimize for YouTube,
Yeah.
not for your audience.
Oh yeah. Oh,
But-
for sure. It
but
would
that
be
leads
like
into-
it would be like crazy.
Yeah, but that leads into one of my other questions that like I did ask in my
Yeah.
last podcast. And it was a really interesting take that they had, but I feel like your reply would be very different. But when you upload, right? Do you
Yes.
optimize your videos for YouTube or for your audience?
For my audience, honestly, I think that I have a very like audience first outlook on creating content. There's been a lot of times where like I've included segments or things in my video, or even, you know, like prolong certain things just because I'm like, I know this may not be the most engaging thing, but for the people that get it, they get it and they're gonna enjoy it. So I'm definitely an audience first person always. I think that's just, it's the people pleaser in me. I just want to make sure that everybody's happy and is actually enjoying Sarah and watching what I'm doing. But I think naturally I have started to also understand what really works well for YouTube as a platform. So I think over time you kind of fall into like a good balance of like being able to hit those points for YouTube comes naturally. And I think that that's a big goal of mine, is just to be able to do both. But if I had to pick one, I would definitely optimize for my audience. I love them, to my adorable models.
Well, that's great. And I kind of predicted that, to be honest. But it
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense coming from you, considering that, of course, how far you've come as a creator. Like, you're not on the smaller side. Like, you have 400K.
Yeah.
Like, you already have an audience, of course. But coming from a smaller creator, right? And I'm speaking like on the perspective of like more or less so what everybody should kind of do is to kind of get to where you were at first. I'm pretty sure that you optimized slowly for the audience that you didn't have when you first started, correct?
Yeah,
And
so when I first started, I didn't think about like optimizing content, which is why I think I mentioned this to you. My first videos, realistically, they weren't the most engaging videos. It was just me sitting there talking and playing the game. I edited all my videos myself back then, so I didn't have any flashy edits really. I just had like some memes that I would put up on the screen every so often. I didn't really use any sound effects at all in my editing. It would just be like, I would sit there, I would just cut up the footage, and then for the runway, just for the part where I walk out, I'd have like some silly music with like a couple memes throughout, and that was it. The rest of the video was pretty unedited, just cut up, with really no transitions either. It was just the most cookie cutter videos, and I did that for like the first 2 or 3 months of my channel blowing up. So I have always, I think, just optimized for the viewers that I want to find me, not necessarily like trying to chase the algorithm, because I had no idea about the algorithm back then. I was just making videos that I thought were fun and cool, and I hoped people liked them, and I'm so lucky that they did.
fair enough. Well, that's interesting. That's like a cool way to kind of look at it, because my one advice to everybody out there is if you're making content and you're just starting out, you should really optimize your videos both for the algorithm, and not only that, but more or less optimize your videos for the audience you don't have. So like, of course you have like, your mindset is to build an audience. So
yeah, exactly.
For example, I would be like, hey, what's up guys? And of course, I'm gonna introduce my new audience in the intro, but also for the old audience, I'm gonna be like, and if you guys remember from the last video, we did this. And if you didn't watch it, make sure to go check it out. Now the old new audience is also gonna be like, the storyline seems interesting. Maybe after this video, I'm gonna go check it out. So yeah, things like that. Those kind of little things kind of key into your little growth factor, and
they make a really big difference.
Exactly. My next question for you, right, is how important is impressions versus views to you?
Yeah, so I think that for my videos especially, I started off with pretty inflated ratio for sure. So my understanding of that has changed a lot over time. I think now, definitely, I personally find impressions to be a little bit more important, because it tells me that my video is being put out there, especially when you've been doing YouTube even as long as I have. Like in the 2 years that I've been doing it, I have a certain baseline that my videos will always get, kind of no matter what I post, unless it's just a really flop video. So I think in that regard, as long as I hit my baseline, the views are always just an extra positive to me. But the impressions are where I really get a lot of my feedback from, because it tells me, okay, well, maybe I need to change this, or maybe I need to change that. And it for me, it tells me more than my views, because my views have kind of a standard rate, but some videos, even though they get the same amount of views, might have a lot more impressions. And so that tells me, okay, wait, what was different about this video that I didn't have in this other one, and how can I continue to incorporate that to make sure my content is, so it's a little bit more informational for me. I don't know if there's like a right or wrong way to go about it. That's just for me personally. I think I find impressions to be a little bit more informational.
And that is true, because it does tell you how many people are actually seeing the video. They're not clicking on it, but like they are seeing, like, this creator just stood up to me. But okay. But anyways, shoot. One thing I want to bring up about. Of course, you know about Bloxy Studios, right? You know about what we do.
I do.
So I do want to kind of like let everyone know sort of like how we operate. So if you're ever looking for like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. Bloxy have like, think of it like this. You know how you hire someone off of Fiverr, right? And like you just want like somebody to get the work done, and they get it done, and it's like, yeah, they just don't talk to you anymore. Nowadays, that's not what people want. People want you to help and also get feedback. People want you to help and like be hands-on. And in that regard, that's where Bloxy Studios high-key comes in clutch, because I mean, Pixie is here. She can tell you about her experience with Bloxy too. Like, and actually, that's what I'm actually gonna do. Like, Pixie, why don't you go on ahead and like low-key give us a rundown. Like, how are you enjoying it over here at Bloxy? You're one of our dear
Yeah.
clients. Like, we would love to hear from you.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm definitely a newer client and I've been absolutely loving it. I think especially as I grew more and now I've come to a point where I find it difficult to ideate or maybe come up with, proper storylines, through lines for my videos. That's just not something I've ever really been amazing at. I am so thankful for Bloxy. It's been such a huge help. And initially, I fully thought it was going to be just like one person assigned to me that I work with. And then I was shocked to find out it's like a whole team helping me out all the time. And we're constantly working together. And what I really love about it is that it is very creator first. All of the ideas stem from what is something that you want as a creator and what are videos that you think would perform well. And if there are ideas that I'm not really a fan of, it's not like I'm forced to do them. And I love the fact that there's such an open conversation, which is so important to me. Even, with my editors, with if I have thumbnail makers, that's always been so key to me is communication. And I think Bloxy really excels at making you feel like you are always thought of and spoken to constantly. And I think that's just really amazing to be able to have this team at your disposal that really works with you rather than for you. And I think that's something that I wasn't expecting and I'm really, really happy about.
Well, I'm glad that my team is making you happy because
Yeah.
to kind of inform you, I am one of the founders at Bloxy Studios.
Yes.
It's been a year
Yes.
now of the company working, and yeah, like I'm glad that you're having a great experience, and to kind of push that out there to everybody
Yeah.
else. Like, you heard it from Pixie. Like, we try our best to make sure that you're happy in all